The 20th Gatorade Cup Series race of the season heads to the half-mile Bristol Motor Speedway, but covered in dirt. This is the third Gatorade Cup Series dirt race. It is the Sharpie Dirt 500 here at Bristol. 3 races left to make into the chase, only 2 after tonight's out. Scott Upton with his, I believe, 5th pole of the season here at Bristol, looking for back-to-back GCS wins. Beside him in second, last season's champion Eli Bright in the 24. Then in third place, the one driver who knows he's in the chase so far, Trey Rainey. Fourth place, Nonigan Scott, and rounding out the top 5, William Seaman in the 45 car. Then in sixth, we have Colton Yo. Seventh place, it's Derek Hamill. Ronan Curtis in 8th. Ninth place, George Sotomu, and Jose Mills the 15 rounds up the top 10. Back behind them, Anderson and Charlbot 26, who's inside the 42 of Cole Luigi. Then Jay Randall third in the point standings, and Keyshawn Richardson in the 29. Then there's Jake Gowie, car number 11, and the 5 of Jeff Wright. Then we have Keegan Thompson in the 20, and the 43 of Evan Hunter, along with Baby Ruiz in the 47, and the 16 of Zach Dolello. Then there's Landon Lyons, the 66, and the 38. Anthony Fox won this race last season. Then we have Jay Jefferson in the 78, and the 28 of Riley Spurley-Tube, along with the 9 of Michael Gregory, and the 99 of Jonathan Buford. Then there's Conrad Evans in the 96, and the 00 of Colin Teague. Then we have Max Anderson in the 1, and the 41 of Tommy Fletcher Jr. Then there's Carter Fries in the 6, and the 8 of Anthony Hernandez. We have Marshall Burrow the 07 and Roman Fenway the 17. Then Riley Sampson and Sebastian Kukulan the 40. Then there's Diego Pez 88 and 7 Levi Shones. Luke Rennie won here back in season 10 and Max Rossi the 83. Rounding out the field, the last row, points leader TJ only starts 41st, and starting in 42nd, the final position, it is second in points, Griffin Lynch. So the front 2 in the point standings start on the last row here at Bristol. We'll see if they can make their way through the field to keep their points lead intact. 75 laps, a long race here at Bristol, but it's only half a mile around each time. Let's go on track time for short track dirt racing and the Gatorade Cup Series.
Drivers, start your engine!
42 cars rolling for dirt racing. Only the third Gatorade Cup Series dirt race in the history of the GCS. 75 laps in the Sharpie Dirt 500. Scott Upton, Eli Bright the front row. They come down. The green flag is in the air. Eli Bright steps on the gas. He gets going in front. We're racing at Bristol. We'll have to see what the call is there from the officials. Eli Bright definitely looks like he jumped the start. He's going to come off the corner, lead the first lap here at Bristol. Upton back in second, Hamill in third, 3 wide behind them for fourth. So Tomu drives down to the inside. Here comes Giverno Colucci also on the inside as they're racing hard further back in the pack, down the back to turn 3. Look at Colucci making spots up inside the top 5. Jay Randall falling through, 3 wide. Up top goes Trey Rainey falling back. 48 Noggin Scott in the middle, down low the 16 to level, making some spots up. The inside lane definitely the place to be here at Bristol. Back behind them, Keegan Thompson got turned sideways. Almost spun India Pez. That was Baby Rose that got to the back of him. 4 wide in front of them. They sort back to 3 wide. Cars all over the place. Luke Rainey trying to come through the field. 3 wide into the corner for Pez. Got to the 40 of Kukulan. Anderson and Charlbot trying to stay out of the path. They are still stacked up 3 wide in points here at Bristol. And cars still fading back. Trey Rainey started third. Back now outside the top 15 early on in the going. Back up to the front, a battle for the lead is on. Eli Bright and Derek Hamill, 2 winners this season. Eli won the Pepsi 600. Hamill won the Daytona night race. Now they're side-by-side turns 1 and 2 for the top spot. Derek Hamill to the race lead in Bristol. Eli Bright's going to settle in second. Third place now, Kobuchi getting the pass on Scott Upton, who started on pole but never got to lead a lap. He never even led at the green flag. No call, though, for jumping the start for Eli Bright. He maintains in second position, trying to run Derek Hamill back down. Luigi in third, trying to run them both down. Now Hunter up inside the top 5, looking to get his chase chances back on the right track, looking to get up to fourth by Scott Upton in the 19. As Upton won last race, the Southern 500 at Darlington, looking to try and bring momentum here to Bristol. Did it by winning the pole position. Has not held on to spots so far in this race. He's dropped back now in a battle for fourth with Evan Hunter. Looks like Hunter's going to take that spot from Upton as the yellow flag is out for the first time here today. Involved in a backstretch crash. Kukulon hard damage. Michael Gregory and Jose Mills. Looks like 3, maybe 4 cars. Max Anderson is well involved. So a big crash down the backstretch brings a halt to the action early on. Derek Hamilton racing in the 12 car. Let's go see what happened. First caution flag out at Bristol. Michael Gregory and some others involved in the crash. This was back where everyone was racing on top of each other, running each other over. And right here, they're going to go 4 wide entering the first corner. Conrad Evans makes a big move on the 8 of Anthony Ness, the 9 of Michael Gregory, and the 40 of Sebastian Kukulon. And you just cannot make 4 wide work here. Evans tries to give the 8 room, but as the 8 tries to give the 96 room, gets into Michael Gregory. Kukulon, look at that hard impact to the outside wall. Jose Mills to the 15 as well. Keyshawn Richardson gets low and gets by. Max Anderson really nowhere to go. Tries to get high. I believe he does get around with minimal damage. We'll have some on that one car, but not good for his chase chances. Jose Mills, his teammate. How about Sebastian Kukulon up there in points? He's going to be done. I believe he's going to get 42nd here tonight. So a lot of drivers looking for their chase chances here at Bristol. Involved in this early accident. Especially look at Kukulon, that hard hit that he took into the outside concrete. That was a nasty, nasty hit. We could see why that car did not drive away. There was no way that car was going to drive at all. God, what a hard hit. Surprisingly, only 3 cars involved in the big way. Michael Gregory, Sebastian Kukulon, and Jose Mills back in front. The 12 of Derek Campbell had just taken the lead from Eli Bright a few laps prior. Now with the race, he's going to restart out in front. Derek Campbell leads at Bristol Dirt. Coming back to the green flag here at Bristol on lap number 14. Derek Campbell in control in the 12 car. The 3 cars that were involved in that crash out. Sebastian Kukulon, Michael Gregory, and Max Anderson as well as also out. We are going to have 39 cars left running. Jose Mills involved in that crash still going in the 39th position. 38 clean race cars currently on the racetrack. Out front, Derek Campbell, second place for Eli Bright, then Cole Luigi, Scott Upton, and Evan Hunter, the front 5. They have DeLello, Scott, Fletcher Jr., Jefferson, and Randall. That's the front 10. We're back green at Bristol. Luigi with a good jump onto Eli Bright. Same with Scott Upton. Eli looking for a run on Hamill as they come off turn 2. Down the back stretch into turns 3 and 4. Luigi trying to fend off Scott Upton. Does it for now. Hunter wide from 5th. Allows DeLello to his inside. Zachary DeLello behind the 43 of Hunter. 4th, second. Luigi looking on Eli Bright. Gets to the inside through turns 1 and 2 with a nice run on corner exit. Looking on Hamill now to turn 3. Luigi sends it off into the corner on the inside. Gonna make it stick on the bottom. Door to door. Hamill leads the lap in the 12. Luigi the preferred lane in turn 1. He'll take the lead from Hamill. Cole Luigi out front in Bristol. Now can Eli Bright get low for a second? Hamill's gonna slot in line right there. Let the 42 clear him. Got in line second, so he didn't lose a spot to that 24 of Eli Bright. DeLello now to 4th, 5th place up for grabs. Hunter and Fletcher Jr. battling for that. And now back for the lead. Just taking it was Cole Luigi. Back to the inside. Derek Hamill takes it right back. Hamill back out front of Bristol. Now can Luigi get down line from Eli Bright? I think he can. Eli tried to send it in there. Luigi runs wider to give him the room. Eli Bright's going around. He and Evan Hunter collide off turn 2. And 2 more chase contenders involved. Hunter up into the 77. Trey Rainey piles after getting it from Anthony Fox. And we got a big stack him up in turns 3 and 4. Yellow flag in the air. 2 of the front 5 contenders crash out here at Bristol. This is short track racing. Up inside the top 5. Eli Bright looks like made contact with Cole Luigi. Off turn 2, got down to Evan Hunter, and then a massive crash entering the 3rd and 4th corner. Many cars involved with clean drivers trying to make it into the chase. Let's go. So we happened our second caution flag out early on at Bristol. Eli Bright trying to get by the 42 of Cole Luigi, drove it into the corner deep, then let off, then tried to get back on the gas as soon as he could, but drifts up right into the 42 of Cole Luigi, spins him right down into the path of Evan Hunter. Nowhere for Evan to go right there. Now they're in the inside wall. They're holding the brakes. Well, those cars come back up the racetrack, and on Scott barely gets clipped right there, but Ronan Curtis, Colin Teague, Roman Fenway may have missed it, but look at Colton Yeo up top. How about points there? TJ Hanley. Then Trey Rennie got run over from the 30 of Anthony Fox, who then got hit by Keegan Thompson afterwards, and they just drove their way into the 24 of Eli Bright. A big crash here at the Bristol Motor Speedway, and that's what happens when 3rd and 5th place collide off turn number 2. You know something big is going to happen there off turn number 2, and it definitely happened right there. Watch for this black and yellow number 17 Fenway. Did he miss it? I think he did. Look at Fox just kind of run into the 18 of Trey Rennie and run him into this wreck right there. Very, very unfortunate for Trey. It looked like he had it slowed down to get low, but Fox really, I don't think, got the memo in time and ran into the back of him. See all those cars getting low, so like they had warning. A lot of cars got low, a lot of cars even afterwards got low. It was just, I think Fox did not get the memo in time and ran right into the back of the 18 trailer. We'll see this from a far cam and see if maybe Fox got hit himself or if he just hit the 18 trailer. And it looks like no one's really behind him. We'll see here. Oh, maybe he tried to get low. Yepez was there and kind of pushing up into Trey Rainey. That's going to be interesting there for sure. I think Kempes really very aggressive there, trying to miss the crash down the bottom and got into the 38 Fox and maybe caused him to get up into the 18 of Trey Rainey. So for Derek Campbell, he's back out front. The 12 car led under the first yellow. Now he's leading under the second caution. Derek Campbell in control in the Sharpie Dirt 500 here at the Bristol Motor Speedway. Lights are out atop the pace car. We're going back green this time on lap number 24. Derek Campbell still in command here in Bristol. Cars out from this crash. Trey Rainey locked into the chase due to his all-star victory, but has not had a great season. And right here, another bad result. Colin Teagan and Ronan Curse as well. Evan Hunter 1 lap down, not good for his chase chances. Anthony Fox on pit road, the 38. He's going to go, looks like maybe a lap down. This is coming off pit road. He's coming to his pit, so he's definitely going to lose a lap right there. 35 cars currently on the lead lap. Derek Campbell, the 12, leads. He's led the most laps here tonight. Second place now, Cole Luigi. DeLello up to third. Jay Randall now fourth. Fifth place, Tommy Fletcher Jr. We're back green here at Bristol. A great restart for everyone behind Derek Campbell as they enter turns 1 and 2. With a great run to the inside, Cole Luigi bows down beneath the 12 of Hamilton to turns 3 and 4. Luigi back out in front here at Bristol, led 1 lap, and then Hamilton took it right back from him. But Luigi's going to lead that one and pulls away from the 12 of Hamilton. They hit turns 1 and 2. Brando now for second. Brando came in third in the points, only a few behind Lynn for second. So it's very possible he could be the points there after tonight's out if Hanley and Lynn do not have great finishes. Brando now second in the 22 car, looking for more, trying to get to Cole Luigi. Here comes Tommy Fletcher Jr., Luigi's teammate, looking to make it a Chip Ganassi. 1-2 at the front. He'll fade back to third, though. Hamill now back to fourth, so Tomo up to fifth by DeLello. Here comes DeLello's teammate, Carter Friesen by. Jay Jefferson, Conrad Evans. And right out the top 10 battle right there. Anson and Charles getting by Scott Upton. So Upton started on pole here tonight, started first, but now back outside the top 10, back to 12th. It's not been a great race for the 19 of Scott Upton. Great qualifying run, but not a great race. 3 wide, so Roush sandwich for Jay Jefferson in the middle. And DeLello to his outside, Sharp on to his inside. They'll sort that back to double file. As they race off into turns 3 and 4. Battle up here. Hamill trying to get spots back, looking on fourth on Satomu. As at the front of the field, as Hamill looking now inside, trying to get by. Brando's trying to run Cole Luigi down. Now Fox coming out into traffic. Luke Rainey has to get up the racetrack to avoid that. Very, very close call there for Luke Rainey, our season 10 winner of this event. And now I believe Fox is stuck in the pit glitch, maybe along with Eli Brent in 24. I don't know if Eli's on there for service or if he's in the pit glitch, but definitely Anthony Fox is stuck in that pit loop. 30 laps complete this time behind Bristol. Battle for the lead. 2 cars, Cole Luigi and Jay Brando. Just by them looking to pounce if they make contact. Tommy Fletcher Jr. and Derek Campbell. Brando with a peek to the inside, but cannot get the power down. Couldn't get by that 42, and will stay behind him for now. Fletcher Jr. in third, Hamill fourth, fifth place now Anderson and Charles Bois. His Roush teammate Carter Friesen trying to keep sixth, but Conrad Evans gets to the inside. Keyshawn Richardson moving forward. So Tomo falling back, Luke Rainey now up inside the top 10. 3 wide right here. Brent was going to clear down in front of Seaman and Jefferson. Upton now in line, but now back outside the top 15. The 19 car struggling right now in this race. And Jay Brando, this time he's going to complete it on Cole Luigi. He's out front now in Bristol. Jay Brando leads the Sharpie Dirt 500 over Cole Luigi. Out for third is going to start heating up. Tommy Fletcher Jr. and Derek Campbell has caught him and is pulling to the inside. Door to door there into turns 3 and 4. Hamill has done the majority of the laps here tonight, now trying to get back up to where he wants to be, out in front. Winner of the Daytona night race, the Gatorade 0400, looking for another big race victory. I mean, the Gatorade 0400, one of the biggest races of the season. This dirt race in the Gatorade Cup Series, a very, very special event, very, very monumental event. So you love to get to victory lane here for sure if you can get it done. Battle for fourth. Charles sliding off the board, cannot get the power back down to stay inside of Fletcher Jr. right there. They're going to stay fourth and fifth for now. Evans looking on in sixth, does have some left side damage. Carter Friesen, Keyshawn Richardson, George Satomu, battle for 10th. Levi Schoen battling inside of Zach DeLello. Schoen's has not come out much this season. Now battling up inside the top 10 here at Bristol. And if we get another yellow or two, watch out for that 7 to be a factor here at the end of this race. Luigi had him up behind him, but now he's pulled away from the 12. He's starting to run that 22 Brando back down. So watch for this maybe be a battle for the lead if Luigi gets through these next few laps a lot better than Jay Brando, especially with now Evan Hunter lap car up ahead. Now they're catching Anthony Fox. That's going to kind of halt both these guys. Now Brando's going to run a little bit higher here. Luigi also runs high to make sure he doesn't get stuck with that 38, but Fox in that pit loop. They come down that time, but Randall a little bit wider than Luigi had to run right there. Now the 4-2 back to his back bumper. As for fourth, Sharpie moving by Tommy Fletcher Jr. And now can Randall negotiate lap traffic with now 35 laps to go. He's moving inside Hunter into turn 1. Hunter gives him the lane, knowing that that 22 is the leader. These are cars battling for this race victory, the battle for the race lead. Front 3 have gotten around Hunter without any issues, so a great job there by Evan Hunter, giving those drivers the inside lane to get by. Very, very smart move there. We'll see if he does the same. He will for Anson Sharpie. Actually ran into him right there. Hunter gave him plenty of room. Sharpie just kind of ran up into him. Obviously, dirt track racing, you can't really control your car too much. You have to be under control though, and for Sharpie, very lucky that did not cause an accident. I mean, Fletcher Jr., Conrad Evans getting around him, so right there, the front 6 have negotiated their way around the lap car of Evan Hunter, as 3 cars are breaking away. A 4th trying to join them. Anson and Sharpie on 4th, but the front 3, Brando, Luigi, and Derek Campbell. We have an issue on the 22. Jay Randall coming down pit road from the race lead. Huge storyline there. Randall out in front, and now down pit road, and Hansley to Cole Luigi. He's out front now at Bristol, completing lap 44. Heartbreak for Randall, came in 3rd in points, and looking like he could have been the points leader if everything went right for him. But now he's in pit road with an issue on the 22 car. Massive heartbreak there for Jay Randall, now going to fall at least a lap down, maybe even 2. And now Derek Hamill wants to not call Luigi. Hamill back out front now at Bristol. He pulls out Luigi into turn 3. Luigi sends down the top side, but Hamill's out in front again. Hamill, Luigi 1st and 2nd, now 3rd place up for grabs. Fletcher Jr. got back for Charles Bois, bringing Evans to 4th with them. Charles Bois all the way back to 5th. And now the front two are catching Keegan Thompson in the lap car. Can Hamill negotiate around him, or does he hold him up enough to let Luigi in a battle? Hamill body slams Thompson. Out of the way goes the 20. Hamill's through. And now Luigi's lost some ground there in the 42. Thompson moves aside for that 42 car. Lets him go. Do you think after that 12 kind of body slammed him, do you think he said, I don't want that 12 to win, so I'm going to move aside for that 42 and let him by easily? I mean, Thompson really gave Hamill a lane, and Hamill kind of went in there and doored him up the racetrack, so I'm sure Thompson was not very appreciative of that. Fletcher Jr. also around Keegan Thompson. Evans is well known. Anson Sharpowski's lap cars doing a very, very good job of getting out of the way here tonight. We've not really had any lap issues so far in this race. A little bit further back, 6th place now, Keyshawn Richardson. Luke Rainey up to 7th with a great rebound after a disastrous last few races. Ran very well at Charlotte, but had issues after getting to the wall and involved in that last big crash. That'll get him to a bad result and then a terrible result in the Southern 500 leaving finish last there. Right now, running in the 7th position. If he can end this out inside the top 10, a very, very good points in that corner for sure. If he can end out inside the top 10, maybe past Eli Bright, currently at the back of the field, being involved in the crash while running well. Levi Schoen's just behind Luke Rainey in 8th place. Seaman now 9th, and Carter Freeze back to 10th. We have Sotomo, DeLello, Jay Jefferson just outside the top 10. Landon Lyons, Colton Yo. There's Upton from Cole. Fenway, Hernandez. There's TJ Henley. Our points there right now in the 19th position. Looks like he's going to keep it. Rossi, some others. There's Japez, Eli Price. They're really up to speed right there. The 24 car, just a few laps down after, you know, repairing that damage. There's Evan Hunter lap car moving out of the way for these cars. There's where Griffin Lynn runs. Came in 2nd in the points right now, 27th place. Jay Randall now 35th after falling numerous laps down due to having to pit under the green flag. 20 laps to go to the start-finish line. And it's still Derek Campbell, Cole Luigi 1-2. They've been that way most of this race. We'll see which one of these two, or if someone else can try and pounce and get the victory lane here at the Bristol Dirt Race. Those two, and then Fletcher Jr. and Evans are 3rd and 4th. Charles Bois right now alone 5th place. Anthony Fox has a lap car, just held up Keyshawn Richardson. Then we have a 3-way race for 6th right here. It's going to be Keyshawn, Luke Rainey, and Levi Schoens. Battle for 3rd. Evans flying around Fletcher Jr. Evans now to 3rd, Fletcher back to 4th. And can Evans run the front two down, make it a 3-car race for the win? He has just under 20 laps to make that happen. Richardson keeps 6th, but now Schoens to 7th. Luke Rainey back to 8th. Freeze in 9th. Or excuse me, Seaman is 9th. Freeze in 10th, but now Seaman gaining now for 8th. Schoens for 6th on Keyshawn Richardson. Seaman will move to 8th place by Luke Rainey. And up here, Schoens to 6th by Keyshawn Richardson. Now front, Fletcher Jr. trying to gain back on Evans to move back around him for 3rd place. And that's bringing Anson and Sharp onto the battle. Now, Seaman charging his way through the field up to 7th, flying around Keyshawn Richardson, and now flying to look to the inside of Levi Schoens. 15 to go to the start finish. If we get a yellow flag, Seaman's one to watch on this restart. And that 45 is definitely flying up through there, but unless there's a yellow flag, he's probably not winning here tonight. When you look at the lap times, Hamler ran 14-2, Luigi 14-3, 14-3, 14-3, 14-3. was running pretty well and then got put to the high side. He ran sub 14.3 that time. But Keyshawn Richardson moved by to get to 7th. Now that lap obviously going to be slower. Keyshawn's was a sub 14.3. He's now looking to get 6 back from Levi Shones. He's to the inside as well. Now up here, Fletcher Jr. back to 5th. Sharpie up to 4th as Derek Campbell catches lap traffic. It's Evan Hunter in the 43. The first car he catches easily to the inside. We have one car blowing up here. It is, I can't tell, it's Jay Randall. So the issues compound for the 22. Now how do the racers get around him? He's in the middle of the racetrack, and they barely get around the outside. A very close call there for Hamill and Luigi and Hunter. We keep it going, though. Now Mills' lap car in front of Hamill. Will he move aside for the 12 car? He's right now staying in line. 11 laps to go at Bristol, and Jay Randall's bad night has just gotten even worse. Luigi around Hunter, Hamill around Mills. Now for third, Sharpie on Conrad Evans. There's Rando trying to still make it back to his pit stall. Sharpie to third. Evans now 4th. And here comes Fletcher Jr. for that spot. Luigi cleanly around Jose Mills. But with under 10 to go, 9 at the start-finish line, he needs Derek Campbell to start fading off. Maybe make some mistakes here. Hamill leads. Luigi second. Ran very similar lap times. That time Luigi just a little bit faster. Sharpie third. Distances himself from Tommy Fletcher Jr., who's right now in 4th. And Conrad Evans right now in 5th. Keyshawn, Seaman, there's Shones, Friesen, Luke Rainey. That is the front 10 currently here in the Sharpie Dirt 500 at Bristol. We're coming down to the end of it, though. Derek Campbell and Cole Luigi, the first 2 runners here at this racetrack. Both looking to claim victory after very, very good nights that they both had. They've been inside the top 500 all night long. But now Hamill has to deal with Anthony Fox. And while Luigi can run the bottom, Hamill's not gonna right here. He's gonna be running the top side. We'll see if Luigi can gain some time off that. 5 to go to the line. Hamill does lose some ground to Luigi. In fact, just a lot of ground. The 42 now there within range of the 12 car, within range of a bump and run. With now 5 to go, any yellow flag would end this race short. Hamill leads in turns 1 and 2. And he's hoping that we don't catch that lap traffic for the lead. Luigi down to the inside. All that because of the 30 at Fox. When he had his pit glitch. DeLello on pit road with an issue in the 16, but now 4 to go. Luigi out in front in Bristol. Luigi out in front. Hamill now back to 2nd. Can he try and get back around the 42 in these final 3 laps? And do we catch lap traffic? Yeah, we have a whole pack of cars in front of these front 2. You have the 20. Is that the 10 of Lynn? The 48 of Scott. Back there. Evans driving in on Mills. The lap car almost made contact with them. That is right now 4th place runner Conrad Evans. Back at the front, now coming to 2 to go for Luigi. 1 mile left at Bristol. He's not won this season. Our Season 5 champion looking to claim his first of the season. Now, lap car Keegan Thompson in front of him. He can't get around him. And now Hamill closes right back up into range of that 42. White flag in the air at Bristol. One more time around this half mile. Luigi leads in turns 1 and 2. Hamill in pursuit off turn 2, trying to get the power down. Can he get to the inside? He's down there. Hamill trying to steal from Luigi on the final lap. A last lap pass for the win. Derek Campbell wins at Bristol over Luigi. What a finish, and maybe that was due to Keegan Thompson, is our 2nd multi-time winner this season. Derek Campbell wins his 2nd race of the season here at the Bristol Dirt Track over Luigi in a last lap effort by just about a car length. Hamill beats Luigi to the start finish line. The margin of victory about 3/4 of a tenth. Keegan Thompson may have just given it to Derek Campbell there in the final lap. Let's go see the finishing results and the updated point standings after a crazy one from Bristol. Here's how they finish in the Sharpie Dirt 500 at the Bristol Motor Speedway. 2 caution flags tonight for 10 laps and 9 lead changes. 4 different drivers saw the lead, and the one who saw it for the most time here tonight, Derek Campbell, led 43 of the 75 laps, more than half. Was definitely the best car. We had to battle Luigi there at the end. Luigi led 16 laps, actually led at the white flag, but ends up in 2nd position, being passed on the white flag lap, losing by about a car length. Danson and Sharpie a close 3rd, Conrad Evans in 4th, and Tommy Fletcher Jr. rounds at the top 5 in the 41 car. Keyshawn Richardson ends up in 6th. William Seaman, Levi Shones, Luke Rainey, and Carter Friesen round out the top 10. Jojo Satomo gets 11th. Colton Yo up to 2nd in points with a top dozen finish here tonight. Anthony Nez, Jay Jefferson, Landon Lyons, TJ Hanley does maintain the points lead. Gets the top 20 result after starting back in the last row. Then there's Roman Fenway. Pole sitter Scott Upton did not have a great night at all. Max Rossi and Bibby Ruiz round out the top 20. The points picture has definitely changed drastically after tonight's race. A lot of names up towards the top 10 or in wildcard positions in points did not have great nights, while others that were up towards the front of the points didn't have great nights, and some that were back around 15, 16 of the points had good nights. It definitely moves the needle in terms of where the chase picture is at. 29 cars finished on the lead lap. Jose Mills, Keegan Thompson, Evan Hunter, Zachary DeLello, and Eli Bright all laps down. Jay Randall Valve issue on the 22 put him out of the race. He led 11 laps and was actually leading the race when he had to come down pair with an issue, and then that issue maybe compounded into this mechanical one that he had. Anthony Fox in the pit loop, and then out of the race, Curtis Teague, Trey Rainey, Max Anderson, Michael Gregory, and Sebastian Kukulan. Let's now go see the point standings. Only 2 races left before we get to the chase. Here are the point standings after Bristol, and TJ Hanley still on top of the 21, maintaining over Colton Yo, who now moves up to 2nd, Griff Lynn down to 3rd, Jay Reno down to 4th, and Luke Rainey back up to 5th with a great result in his 9th top 10 on the season. 6th place to Anthony Fox, 7th place now Roman Fenway, Tommy Fletcher Jr. up to 8th, Conrad Evans up to 9th, and Eli Bright down to 10th in a tie with Anson and Charles Bois for that position. So it's very, very close there, just behind Charles Bois. Now Cole Luigi jumped up in the 42 with a runner-up finish up to 12th in points, only 12 back in the top 10. Keyshawn Richardson in 13th is only 13 points back. Sotomu 22 points back. Seaman 25 points back. They have Kukulan 45 points back. Max Anderson 46 points. Bibi Ruiz 49. Levi Shones 57. And then you have Max Rossi. He is 66 points back. So still the top 20 very, very close together in terms of points, and you never do know who's going to make this chase. No one has locked up a spot yet besides Trey Rainey. The 2 wildcard spots, Keyshawn Richardson 13th in points, and obviously Trey Rainey with the all-star victory. Kukulan, Anderson can also close in with their victories, but you have to really look at Derek Campbell and John Beeford, especially Derek Campbell now up to 29th with his 2 victories. You also have to look at Scott Upton, a win in 21st. Evan Hunter, 25th. Ronan Curtis, 26th. Zachary DeLello, 27th, all with 1 victory. If they win another one, get up inside the top 20, they get a wild card spot. Derek Campbell can get up there, get enough points, he can steal one. Marshall Burrow, 31st. Buford, there's his 2 wins, but he's down 32nd. Friesen in 33rd. Mills down 37th. And then down below here, obviously, at the bottom, these drivers not in a chance to make it in. Nonigan's got his Brickyard win, but still down 41st in the points. Trey Rainey, very lucky the All-Star win came to him because now he's 40th in points, has not had great races, and still down mired 40th in points. But when the points reset, he'll be up there inside the top 12 with a shot at the championship. 2 races left to make it into the chase. We look forward to this next one. Super Speedway Racing, we go to Texas World for the Pennzoil 500. I will see you guys then.